people, Democrats, independents, our Republican friends, have made it clear, the people out there, made it clear they strongly support the American Rescue Plan. Yesterday, with the final passage of the plan in the House of Representatives, their voices were heard and reflected in everything we have in this bill.
A big day is coming for 100,000 people. It is expected that eligible Americans will see a direct deposit of up to $1,000. And new programs have been approved and are aimed at helping Americans with housing expenses. And when the crisis struck and lockdowns ensued, Americans found themselves with more than ever time to focus on living environments. As a result, home remodeling in the U.S. spiked. Annual spending on improvements and repairs to owner-occupied and rental properties grew 23%. Housing affordability is at the lowest level in history. And many millennials were able to buy their first home before or during the crisis home buying boom. And many others were priced out of homeownership and forced to keep renting. But there is some relief on the way for homeowners. According to New Jersey Governor, residents who signed up for direct deposit when applying for the Anchor Tax Relief Program could see their payments as soon as tomorrow. Paper checks will begin to be mailed out during the last week of April, and the Anchor program is an update of the previous Homestead Benefit Property Tax Relief Program. The governor already announced the program during his budget address. He announced last month that he intends to continue this next year. More than 800,000 New Jersey taxpayers opted for the direct deposit of their Anchor rebate payments. More than 1.7 million New Jersey residents applied for this rebate program, including 1.25 million homeowners and over 500,000 renters. Now, most of the payments will be issued before May 3rd, though applications that need additional information may take more time to finalize. Eligible homeowners with incomes of up to $150,000 will receive $1,500, and those who received and earned $150,000 to $250,000 will receive $1,000. Renters with incomes of up to $150,000 will be eligible to receive a $500 payment. And now Joe Biden's student loan forgiveness program faces a new obstacle from Senate Republicans, even before the U.S. Supreme Court rules on whether it can be implemented. The Republican senators Bill Cassidy, Joni Ernst, and John Cornyn introduced a resolution to overturn Biden's debt relief program. The measure would also end the crisis-related pause on federal student loan payments, which has been put in place in 2020 and is set to expire this summer. Biden would very likely veto the resolution if it succeeds in both the House and the Senate, but votes would actually force members of his own party who have not been in support of the student loan forgiveness program to take a public stance. The program is currently blocked, and the Supreme Court is expected to issue its ruling in late June or early July. The Republican senators introduced a resolution using the Congressional Review Act, which allows Congress to roll back regulation, all from the executive branch, without needing to clear a 60-vote threshold. It was also unclear whether the Congressional Review Act would actually apply to student loan forgiveness program, until the Government Accountability Office made a determination on the matter early this month. Biden issued his first veto last week concerning a retirement investment resolution, which was also brought under the Congressional Review Act. While many Democratic lawmakers have urged Biden to cancel federal student loan debt, not every member of his party has been supportive. Like Joe Manchin, he has previously called Biden's student loan forgiveness program excessive, and Biden's one-time student debt forgiveness program is estimated to cost $400 billion over time. Individual borrowers who make less than $125,000 in either 2020 or 2021, who make less than $250,000 a year, could see up to $10,000 of their student loan debt. So if a qualifying borrower also received a federal Pell Grant while enrolled in college, they are eligible for up to $20,000 of debt forgiveness. Pell Grants are awarded to students from a very low-income family who are more likely to struggle paying back their student loan debts.
Thing about record high gas prices. AAA reports the average is $4.24 a gallon. House Democrats are proposing $100 energy rebates every month that fuel was on average more than $4.
$1,000 for couples who file their taxes jointly. For individuals, you could get anywhere from $200 to $700. How much you get depends on how much money you made. The refund will come either as a direct deposit or a prepaid debit card, and it may take up until January of next year to arrive. The state
On December 15, 2021, Minecraft hit 1 trillion views on YouTube, making it the most watched game on YouTube and possibly internet history. And this is thanks to the thousands of famous Minecraft YouTubers throughout.
So there's a ton of news about the fourth stimulus check. So obviously the benefits. There's a ton of information about the fourth stimulus check, Social Security benefits, SSI and SSDI. There's a ton of news that you have to know, and here's a ton of news that we're going to cover. The legislation has been approved. Low-income households are receiving an extra monthly benefit boost. Lawmakers have agreed to send out $100 in financial assistance, and be sure to continue watching this video because we got some important information. The new calendar year will bring several food stamp changes that eligible Americans should not miss. These changes affect both those who have already been receiving benefits as well as others who are thinking about applying in 2023. Although there are more than 30 states still offering emergency allotments, the USDA has encouraged them to put an end to receive this extra benefit. The program has already ended in several states, and the same is expected to gradually happen in the states next year. The state of Michigan has decided to continue to help with the high cost of groceries. All Michigan families eligible for food assistance can expect a gain this month. The Michigan Department of Health and Human Services announced that Michigan families receiving SNAP will receive at least $95 more this month. In a news release, the state announced that additional food assistance for families will help more than 1 million Michiganders in more than 700,000 households. This extra $95 will help people in the state pay their family, and during the holiday season, it will take care of some things. It will continue to work with their partners at the federal state levels so the residents can keep their hard-earned dollars to pay for other critical household expenses. As with previously extended benefits, the additional amount will automatically be loaded onto bridge cards. Benefits will be added through December 24th and show as a separate payment from benefits already loaded on cards early this month. State officials said there is no need to reapply for benefits. In October, those receiving food assistance benefits also received a living cost increase. Food inflation has already ran at double digits since last time this year. Consumers have been paying more at the pump and for things like eggs and dairy. And according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, grocery costs rose 12% in the last 12 months. The costs for everything from cereal, bakery goods, and dairy are just increasing like crazy. The federal government is still providing additional funding to these SNAP benefits in response to the Families First Response Act. Households, even if they are receiving the maximum payment or close to, will receive the additional benefit that has been approved. So it's good to see that some states are helping out their residents in stimulus payments, because several governors have already urged Joe Biden to put an end to this.
That we go through in terms of really underwriting the loan to really make it simpler from the standpoint of actually making it easier to underwrite the loan, makes it quicker for the borrower, but also makes it quicker for the lender to basically do the work that they need to do to get those funds out to the borrower. So I would say one thing right off the bat would be simpler, I won't say simpler regulation, but I'll say simpler documentation from that standpoint to make it easy to happen. What other things we could probably, or other recommendations that could be out there to make it easier for it, for smaller business loans? I think we need to continue to further the outreach that we do as well in regards to working with small businesses, just so they know, because we're sometimes challenged by language barriers.